looking for office space, but maybe you're hesitant to sign that long-term lease? Or are you working from home, but miss the camaraderie of an office? Or are you just looking for a professional place to have a meeting? If you answer yes to any of these questions, maybe you should visit Clearly Coworking. They're located on Grove Street in Worcester, and they can service all of your business and office needs. Today, we're learning more by talking with Rob DelMastro, who's the owner of Clearly Coworking. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Jen.
How are you?
Very good. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, it's great to be here. It's a beautiful spot. You are conveniently located because you're on Grove Street near the Forest Grove Middle School, right?
Yep, and right by the Starbucks on Gold Star Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yep.
So easy to get to.
Very easy, right off of 190. Yep.
Yeah. So before we talk the whole concept of co-working, let's talk about how you got into this business, which I think is pretty fascinating.
Sure. I was running my own company for many years and decided that I needed a change and went out on my own as a consultant. So like most consultants, I decided to work out of my home. Year one, I would say, was pretty good. I was productive and I was good at keeping on task. But as time went on, I got less and less productive. Started to do laundry, started to watch TV. Just so many interruptions. And I swear, the UPS man always knew when I was on the phone because, of course, that's always when he came and my dogs would bark. So. At one point, I was at a seminar in Boston, and the gentleman who was giving the lecture said he worked at a co-working space. And that was the first time I actually heard about the concept. And afterwards, I went up and spoke to him, and he told me all about the idea of a central place where entrepreneurs and consultants and independent workers work together. So I started to look for it here in Worcester. And I really didn't find anything that I felt as though would be a great place for me to work. So I decided, if I have that need, I'm sure there's a lot of people who have the need, and decided to set out and kind of create a place of my own. So that was kind of the birth of this place, truly out of need.
There goes your career just took a sharp turn,
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, my whole background was in software development and technology and working in the insurance industry. So this was something very new to me to create basically a storefront.
Right.
And be part of a community, and that was something that was really attractive to me, is to kind of set roots here and to become a member of the business community here and to help the business community. So
I think it's terrific. I mean, and to have experienced the need yourself, you know now exactly what people are looking for, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So this is a trend in office space. It is, right?
Yeah, I mean, shared office space has been around for centuries. I mean, there's always been a room here or there that somebody could go use. The idea behind co-working is to kind of formalize the process and to make a community out of it, and to provide specific features and structures for different niches. And every co-working space is different. We attract different people. Each co-working space may focus on energy, or one may focus on the medical industry, or startups. So everyone is very unique, and everyone creates a different environment. And so,
what's your environment?
So I'm old, so I kind of focus on the older generation to try to attract the businessmen and women who have kind of been in the industry for many years and have decided to go out on their own and need a professional place to do work. I mean, the reality is a large percentage of people do business in coffee shops.
Right.
And it's very difficult to conduct professional business in coffee shops. I tried it. When I was working at home, I remember trying to do a presentation for a very large job, and I'm on my laptop in Starbucks, and it was just very difficult to do. So my environment here is kind of geared towards those people. I have professional conference rooms. Everything is kind of simple and clean, and it's what you would expect as if you were part of a large corporation and working in that office space. No cubicles, but...
No. And you came into this space and totally redid it. I mean, this has your touch all over it.
This, we'll just say it was very different when I came in. And we gutted it down to the walls and kind of redesigned it as an open space platform. platform and made it just very convenient for people to get around work. And like I said, clean and simple and professional.
Right.
That was kind of the goal.
Right. It's beautiful. So let's talk about what you do have to offer, because it can be broken down into sections depending on what your needs are, right?
Right. So really the reality is we have long-term people who are here. They're here permanently. This is their office. They have their name on the directory. Their mail is delivered here. They have their own private office, 24/7 access. What we have here are 11 private offices of varying sizes. Some companies only take one. I have 2 offices that are shared by 2 companies, and then some companies will take multiple offices.
Okay.
So those are my long-term folks, and I don't ask for 5-year commitments like most landlords do. It's a 1-year commitment, and so then there's the day people. And those people have many options. They have an open seating area where you can just come in, sit down and work for $5 an hour, $25 for the day, access to Wi-Fi and free coffee, and obviously plenty of parking. And the beauty there is you're working amongst other professionals. And one of the things that I hated about being at home was the isolation.
Right.
You know, I mean, we're natural people who like to be around groups, you know, and so sitting at home was just excruciating for me after having been in the business world for so long.
Right.
So you sit here and you're around other professionals. It's a great opportunity. We also have private offices and we have conference rooms. So if you need to hold a team meeting, if you need to meet a client, we have rooms that can accommodate that. 4 different conference rooms, all of varying sizes, from my smallest, which is up to 4 people, to my largest, which is up to 30 people.
Wow.
And then we have private offices that are also rentable by the hour as well. So if you need to just get away for a day and need a private office because you're maybe on the phone, or you just need not to be interrupted, we have private offices as well.
And we've had seminars here, the Chamber has.
That's right.
And you can do theater seating, you can do classroom seating.
Right, and some of the
It's so
after-hour
versatile.
event we had here is just an open function.
Sure.
Take over the whole building and just have a full function here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and I know you've told me that it's interesting the types of people that you ended up attracting, which you don't expect, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Not in my wildest dreams would I have thought of the people that I hear. I have a banker who, not a banker, a baker, who she just comes here to do her paperwork because she can't do it in her office. A bartender owner, same thing. He needs just a place to do, his paperwork. And then, I have attorneys who use this as their Worcester office. Several of them have offices elsewhere, but they have clients here in Worcester. So they come here, they rent a conference room, and through the course of the day, 5 or 6 of their customers will come and go, and they use the space. And everything and anything in between, software development,
Right.
Everything.
Well, and like you said, the beauty of it is because it's not a long-term commitment.
Right.
If they're a small startup business and they're growing, they can come in, take a few offices, and then expand as they need to, or eventually have to move on to
Right.
buying their own space.
Great example is the group that's downstairs. They started off by just renting a conference room once a week, so that the group, I think at that time there was only 5 of them. They would meet together once a week. They're now occupying several rooms downstairs, and through the year and a half that they've been here, they've just slowly expanded as the business has.
It's perfect.
It's a great model.
So
yeah.
Flexibility is really the key that
It
you
is.
offer here.
Yeah, if you're looking for space, if your idea is that you're going to go rent space in Worcester and you're a startup company or a small company, this is a great alternative because of that flexibility.
Right.
And I tell people, just come here for a day or for a week, see if you like it, and then expand from there.
Right. That's great. I mean, you don't always get to try it out before you commit to a space.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have mail service as well. So many businesses here actually have their mail delivered here as opposed to having it at their house. Now, I for years was using my home as my business address, and I hated putting that on my business card.
Right. Right.
And so now I have an address here, and this is my business address.
So if you rent an office here, what do you provide as opposed to what do they bring with them?
So if you rent an office, I provide all of the furniture that comes with it. I have phone options available if you want to have a phone system for you. We provide the whiteboards and kind of all the office accessories that you would expect in an office. I provide all of that. Obviously, Wi-Fi comes with every room. Every room in the building is Wi-Fi enabled, and hardwire. If you're doing high-end technology of video conferencing or whatever, we have hardwire as well. Again, my background is technology, so I've created an entirely secure network here. You plug into my Wi-Fi, nobody can see you. You plug into my walls, nobody can get to you. And even the group downstairs, I've created a virtual private network for them so they can see each other, but nobody else can see them. So that all comes with renting here. And I take the entire technology equation away. I deal with that myself. I deal with the cable company to have Wi-Fi here. If it goes down, it's on me to get it back up and running. I have all the high-end equipment for security and a firewall to protect what comes in and goes.
And it's also important. So the people who rent space here can come in and just focus on the business of doing business.
That's right.
And you get a
mail address and your name on the directory.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think for people who work in their homes, studies have been done that show people are more effective when there's some stimulation, and they can obviously, even if it's just coming out at lunch and talking to people who are sitting there too. So it's
absolutely, yeah,
it's terrific.
Best ideas always come from a joint effort, So that's the whole idea here.
Yeah, and so just so people know, they can go on your website and see what you have to offer. You can book a room through the website too, right?
Yep. So it's clearlycoworking.com, and we do have a members portal where you can click on that. You can become a member. It's as simple as putting in your name and your email address, and you're a member. It's free, and then from there you can book any of the conference rooms or private offices, however long as you like.
That's
We're
awesome.
open 8 to 5:30. It's our normal business hours. We do have bookings after hours and bookings on weekends as well.
And people who own office or who rent offices from you have 24/7 access too.
They have full access, and they actually, if you're a full-time member here, you also get access to the conference rooms and our printer as well. So again, you don't have to deal with printer issues or anything. It's all taken
All
care
the
of for you.
benefits and none of the hassle.
That's right. That's
Love
a good way
it.
of putting it.
Love it. And people can stop by anytime and take a tour, see what
Absolutely.
you have to offer, and I encourage them to do that because you've created a beautiful space here. So
Thank you.
thanks, Rob. Always good to talk to you. Thanks.
Thank you
Good
for
luck.
having me.